Hey everybody, I'm back and I'm going to do my very first book tag. Yay! Okay, so technically, I think I already did one, considering I did the Book Newbie Challenge, or the Booktube Newbie Challenge. That's what it was. But I didn't actually answer all the questions systematically the way that you normally would, so I figured I should probably stick to that this time. I've been on Google a lot lately, trying to find some different tags and some different ideas of what I can do for this booktube channel. I finally found a couple, I've been writing them down, and I've been trying to figure out how to do them, because some of these are really hard. Like, how does anybody pick one book out of the entire universe to put into a book tag? I don't know how to do it, and it was tough, let me tell you. So for this very first one, I'm going to be doing the book sacrifice tag. I don't know if these situations that I found are actually part of the tag or not, but they were kind of hilarious and too good to pass up, so I decided that I was just gonna do them anyway. So, number 1. The Overhyped Book. You're browsing the shelves of a bookstore when the zombie apocalypse suddenly happens, and according to the government announcement on the PA system, the only thing that'll beat those zombies is being hit by an overhyped book. So, which book do I pick to chuck at those zombies? Well, overhyped, obviously, is going to be something that everybody else really, really loved, and I kind of picked up and went, eh. So, at the risk of forming some very unpopular opinions throughout the course of this, I chose The Host by Stephanie Meyer. And I picked this book because, honestly, everybody went through the big Twilight phase, everybody's really excited about the books, and oh my god, Edward, and blah, blah, blah. Then we had The Host, which, you know, they've made into a movie and all this other kind of stuff. I honestly couldn't even tell you who was in the movie. I have this personal rule where I do my very best to read the first 50 pages of a book regardless, so that I can sort of kind of formulate an opinion. First chapter doesn't give you enough information, second chapter generally doesn't. 50 pages is pretty sufficient. I broke my own rule with this one. I did not even make it to the 50 pages. I was bored. And I mean, maybe that's because this kind of like dystopian apocalyptic thing is generally not my scene, but I couldn't get into it. So, yeah, I'm chucking at this one at the zombies so that the zombies don't come after me. Number 2, the sequel. So, the scenario is that you have just gotten your hair done and you look lovely, not, post-shower like now, and it starts pouring down rain. So, which sequel do you sacrifice willingly to protect your new hairdo? To be honest, this one wasn't all that difficult either. I know it's a sequel. Sequel generally means 2, but anybody who has read the House of Night series by PC and Kristin Cast knows that this series went on a lot longer than it probably needed to. There's 11 books in the series now? I don't know anymore. I think I honestly made it to about number 7 or 8, maybe 8 tops, and then I kind of stopped because there were so many things going on, and people kept you give second chances to characters, and they turn around and they do things again, and then, oh, it was okay, well, you can let it lie, we'll fix you. No, guys, I'm done. I'm so done. There are just too many things happening, and there's too many plot lines, and they killed off, sorry, but you killed off too many of my favorite characters. I'm done. So, yeah, House of Night series, this happens to be Tempted. I don't even know what book number this is anymore. But, yeah, I have to sacrifice this one. Sorry. Number 3! Okay, so this one is a classic. It is, the situation is you're sitting in a lecture hall and you are bored out of your skull because your professor is going on and on and on about how this classic is beautiful and it's amazing and it helped to shape the world. Well, you finally get fed up, you pick the textbook up and you throw it in his face. And it's, which classic is it that's totally worth all of those detentions that you're going to end up getting? Well, again, very unpopular opinion. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Shakespeare. I went to school to be an actor. Shakespeare is my jam. This is my complete works of Shakespeare. It's beautiful. It's a little worn. Well used. Secondhand. But honestly, Romeo and Juliet is done to death. I'm so over Romeo and Juliet. It's an awful story when you think about it. It's kind of like Grease. Here, let's change who I am and pretend that I'm somebody that I'm not to get the guy that I like. And yet they both end up dead. Spoiler alert. So, I think Romeo and Juliet I'm just done with. I'm like, boy meets girl at party, boy falls in love with girl, girl falls in love with boy. Families are feuding. So much conflict. But we can't be together. We have to be together, otherwise we're gonna die. Well, newsflash, you're gonna die anyway because you're gonna do something stupid. So, yeah, Romeo and Juliet. Sorry, guys. And finally, number 4. You're hanging out at the library when all of a sudden, global warming happens. And you know the only way you're going to survive locked in that library now is that you're going to have to burn some books in order to survive, to keep the heat in the library. Which book do you immediately reach for? Now, excluding textbooks, of course. I'm not a fan of burning books. I don't care what book it is. I don't, no. There's too much historical negativity with that. But if I had to reach for a book, and again, probably an unpopular opinion, that's cool. It's another Stephanie Meyer. I would reach for Twilight. Honestly, this falls into the same vein as the whole Romeo and Juliet thing. There's constant, back and forth conflict. Bella wants this, but then she's scared of the fact that he's a vampire, but then she's not scared because she's in love with him, and then she's got, 2 different, and I'm just, no, done. The movies themselves were not all that great. I have all of the books just for the sake of saying that I read them. They've been read once. As you can see, the dust covers are still beautifully intact. I actually had to dust them off because I have not touched them in a long, long time. So, sorry guys, there aren't too many books that I actually dislike and make it all the way to the end with. This is one of them, for sure. No, I'm so done. And I think maybe it's because of the way that vampires are represented. Maybe. Sparkling? No. Just no. So, this is my very first book tag, other than my newbie challenge. So leave me your opinions in the comments. I want to know if you agree. I want to know if you disagree. I'm cool with either one. Just, don't be a jerk. Okay? Bye, guys.